So that is my everyday hair care routine and how I create my bouncy blow dry at home. Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I have to say this video is very highly requested. It's something I'm very excited to bring to you all, and it's my everyday hair care routine and also how I create my bouncy blow dry. I'll also be telling you all of my tips and tricks that I've learned along the way of how I keep my hair healthy and how I make it grow. I'm also very proud to say that this video is sponsored by Tangle Teezer. I have been using Tangle Teezer for the longest time ever. Anyone that went to school with me, which I'd just like to say, school was a long time ago for me now, but anyone who went to school with me will know that I used to carry around in my bag a tiny black handbag size Tangle Teezer with a leopard print top to it, and I used to brush my hair in between every class. I mean, my priorities were so wrong really, weren't they? But yeah, I've been using Tangle Teezer for an awfully long time and I couldn't live without it. I also just want to say before I get into this video, any of the products that I show you, just double check that they're right for your hair type. Obviously my hair type might be slightly different to some of you, or quite a lot different, so you just want to make sure the products are 100% right for you. But a lot of these brands that I'm showing you actually have products that range for pretty much all hair types and textures. So my hair care routine actually starts before I get into the shower, so I'm going to show you all the products and tools that I use along the way. Now the first stage of my routine is actually applying oil to my roots. I don't do this every day, I actually only wash my hair every other day. A lot of people say that's too much, and a lot of people say you can train your hair to not be so greasy. I've been there, I've tried it, I've not washed my hair for 2 weeks at a time, and trust me, it will still get greasy the day after. Kerastase actually do a really good range that does stop your roots from getting greasy. However, this time of year I am prone to getting a really dry, flaky scalp. Sorry, that's a little bit gross, but I feel like it's something that happens to a lot of us, and if I use products that are too drying on my roots, it makes my scalp dry out. So I like to apply coconut oil to my roots or castor oil once a week, just to really hydrate the roots of my hair and also my scalp. So I section my hair into about 3 sections. I do this so I can just really get to my scalp area. The coconut oil and the castor oil I actually just get from Amazon, so it's super affordable. Then the tool I use to really get into my scalp is this. So this is from Tangle Teezer and it is the Scalp Exfoliator and Massager. It's super easy to use. You literally just pop your 3 fingers in like so and you massage away. This changes the hair game, especially if, like me, I've already stated it, you have a slightly flaky scalp. This really helps to get any dead skin off of your scalp. It also really helps to break down any product. I don't know if any of you know, but if you use like shampoos and conditioners, which most of us do, you often get a real product buildup, especially if your shower is as rubbish as mine. Honestly, that shower is so unpowerful that I often have a lot of leftover product in my hair. So this is just really great to break it down. It also feels great on your scalp. It's great for massaging, exfoliating, and if you don't have one, you need to invest, because honestly, it changes the hair game. I can't stop doing this, it feels so nice. Using castor oil and coconut oil in my hair at different times, by the way, I find really encourages my hair to grow. I often sleep with castor oil in the roots of my hair. I would just like to say, if you have got fine hair, be very careful how much of it you use, because it can be quite tricky to get out, but it really does make my hair grow and just make it thicker and healthier, and it's a product that's really inexpensive and something I've really found works for me. So once I've let the coconut oil really sink into my roots, I then jump into the shower, and the first product I use once in there is this. So this is the Kingsley Bond Builder. I use this on average about twice a week. Once I've wet my hair, I apply it to the ends and I leave it on for about 10 minutes. Depends how long I've got. If I've got a little bit longer, I'll leave it on for 20 minutes, half an hour, sometimes even sleep with it on. But at least leave it on for 10 minutes and then wash it out. This is good for all hair types. If you dye your hair, I dye my hair, I'm not naturally blonde. So if you dye your hair, if you use heat on it, even if you brush your hair, it just naturally it gets damaged. This just really helps to repair and rebuild the bonds in your hair, and it's just a product that honestly I've used so much and I really do recommend it. So now on to shampoo and conditioner, and I'm never loyal to one shampoo and conditioner brand or product, because there's so many different ones on the market, and you know what, they're all good in their own way. However, I do have my favourite brands, Kerastase being one of them, and it just tends to be the brand that I do reach for more often than not when it comes to my shampoos and conditioners. So something I've been using just recently is the Kerastase Resistance. This is really good if you have slightly damaged hair, split ends. It's good for fine weak hair but also brittle hair too. I just really love their products. They always leave my hair looking and feeling really healthy, and I've been using them for absolutely years and pretty much tried every range that they do. However, I do also like my drugstore shampoos and conditioners. The likes of L'Oreal are super affordable. You can buy them in your local supermarkets, and they do also make your hair feel and look great as well. So that's why I say I'm not always loyal to one hair care brand. So when it comes to shampooing, I tend to double shampoo my hair. So I shampoo it once, rinse it all out, shampoo it again, and we're good to go. Then I apply the conditioner. I mean, I feel like everyone knows this, but I only apply it up to about here. I don't go to my root area. Otherwise, I'm like a massive grease ball before midday. So I just apply it up to here. At this point, I go in with my Tangle teezer wet detangling brush. If you don't have one of these brushes in your life, I don't know what you're doing, because honestly, these are incredible. They get the knots out of your hair in like 0.3 seconds. I don't know how it does it, but it also doesn't pull on your hair and it doesn't hurt either. And I like to use it in the shower to really work in my conditioner and spread it throughout the ends of my hair. I then leave my conditioner on, depending once again on how much time I have, but like 2 to 3 minutes before I wash it out. Another top tip that I actually learned not so long ago, so if any of you do suffer with greasy hair, I don't know how true this is, but I do think it works a bit. Instead of showering in really boiling hot water, which by the way, none of us should do anyway because it does actually damage your hair, you should instead shower in lukewarm water. I know that is quite hard this time of year when it's freezing outside. To then have a semi-cold shower is not always the nicest, but it does stop your hair from getting damaged, and it also stops your hair from getting so greasy. So there's a good tip there. So those are all the products I use before the shower and whilst I'm in there, and now I'm going to show you all the products I use after. Now, this is exactly how I look when I get out the shower. I mean, slight lie, I have done my makeup. This is exactly how my hair looks after getting out the shower. I've just let it air dry a little bit, which is why it looks a little bit frizzy. So the next step is applying the products I use before I start applying any heat or drying my hair. So first product is this. This is the bonding oil from Olaplex, and it's the number 7. Now this oil is a dry oil, so it won't make your hair greasy, but I do always advise to use it sparingly, and I only apply it to the ends of my hair like this. By the way guys, do any of you have a thinner side of your hair? Like my left side, don't know my left and right, but my left side is always so much thicker than my right side, which I always find so strange considering I feel like I treat both sides the same way. Anyway, the next product I use is this. It's from Kerastase, and it's actually from their Blonder range, and this is a serum, and I just find it really helps to keep my hair hydrated, especially if you have blonde hair. Then the next product I use is this, also from Kerastase, and this is almost like a mask, and what it is a heat protecting mask. I love this stuff. If you use any kind of heat on your hair, whether it's hairdryer, curling tongs, any of it, this will be your best friend, and it really stops your hair from breaking. And once again, I just apply this to the ends of my hair. I do though take a little bit more of this mask and I pop it in my fringe area. This doesn't make your hair greasy or oily or anything like that. It just really protects it from heat. And I often overstyle my fringe, so I always like to add a little bit more heat protection around the front of my hair. So there we have it. Now it's time to brush my hair. So just a quick point, I do not brush my hair until I've applied the products. I just find once the products are applied, my hair brushes a lot easier, and it also helps to brush the product through. So the brush I'll be using for this is obviously my wet detangling brush, and it just brushes it out so nicely. Do you know what? I actually take this brush when I go to the hairdressers. Anyone out there with long hair knows that when your hair goes into a basin, I mean, look how knotty my hair is right now, and I even brushed it in the shower. But whenever your hair goes into a basin at the hairdressers, you have never known knotty hair like it. It's crazy. So I always take this along with me and brush my own hair out. I mean, often hairdressers have it, but I just always like to be safe. And it's literally as simple as that. It takes a few seconds and we're ready to start drying. So when it comes to drying my hair, I use a completely different brush, and this is the Tangle Teezer Dry and Go. So if you take a closer look at this, you can kind of see that the teeth of this are totally different to the teeth on the Detangling brush. They're a lot sturdier, a lot thicker, and the way this brush works is it really helps to push any moisture or water you have in your hair, and it helps to push it out, and so it dries a lot quicker. It also then means that you're not using too much heat on your hair, which obviously heat causes damage. So this brush is a lifesaver. So before drying, I section my hair into 2 parts. It just makes drying it a lot easier, and it really helps you get into the root area. So I actually have 2 hair dryers, and I kind of alternate between using the 2. I either use my GHD Helios hairdryer or I use my Dyson Airwrap. Today I'm going to be styling my hair with the Airwrap, so I just thought I'd use it from start to finish. So I'm going to start drying my roots. Well, hello guys, it's voiceover me right now, but I thought it'd be easier than you listening to the hairdryer and me trying to talk over it. So I wanted to show you how good the Dry and Go brush really is. So actually this clip is me from a different day, and what I'm going to do is dry my hair from start to finish, just to show you how quick and effortlessly the Dry and Go brush not only dries your hair, but how silky and smooth it leaves it. So whenever I dry my hair, I always start from the roots first. You should do this because if you focus too much on the ends of your hair, it will become brittle and break off, which is exactly what we want to try and avoid. I hold my hairdryer a couple of centimeters away and just allow the brush to glide through my hair, pushing the moisture out as it goes. As I said earlier, the brush is designed to push the water and the moisture out of your hair, which makes drying time a lot less, and therefore you won't be using as much heat on your hair, so it helps prevent heat damage. This takes me under 5 minutes to dry my hair from start to finish, and I really feel like the end result speaks for itself. I find this brush pretty much halves the time it takes for me to blow dry my hair. And another thing I find with it, if I use a regular hairbrush to blow dry my hair will be frizzy afterwards. Like, I'll have to straighten the entire thing. But when I use this brush, this is how my hair looks afterwards. It's silkier, it's smoother, and it's pretty much poker straight. I have left it a little bit damp though, because I am going to be curling the rest of it with my Dyson Airwrap, so you have to leave it a little bit damp to be able to do that. But this is obviously the result from using the Tangle Teezer brush. So next stage is curling. Now what I need to do is I need to change the top of my Dyson. Is this the right way around? No, it's not. I need this one. Now I can't lie, I don't have a mirror, so if I mess up it's because I can't see myself. I'm using you guys as a mirror. Anyway, start from the back of your hair, grab a section about this big, get your Dyson Airwrap and place it behind the section of hair towards the end. Turn it on. I like to wrap the start of it. The Dyson does kind of pick it up itself, but I prefer to feed it on a little bit myself. Now my first and biggest tip when using the Airwrap is you must leave your hair slightly damp so the curls hold. I think the mistake people make is fully drying their hair and then trying to curl it. Doing this means your curls will never hold. So it's super simple to use. As I've said, you place the barrel behind each section of hair. You allow the Airwrap to do its thing by sucking your hair onto the barrel. I feel like this is such an untechnical way of me explaining what this does. I leave it on the heat setting for about 5 seconds, and then I push up on the cold setting for a further 3. I then turn it off, release the hair, and there you have it, the perfect curl. By the way, I'm using the bigger barrels here. It's personal preference on which you use, but I prefer the look the bigger ones give me. I get a lot of people ask me if they think the Airwrap is worth it, and honestly I have used it pretty much every single day since I got it nearly 2 years ago. It's fantastic. Although it is pricey, it gives you a salon blow dry at home. Okay, so that is the first side complete. Ignore how it looks now because it all changes once I brush it out. Now let's do the next side. It's exactly the same procedure, starting from the back of my hair, grabbing small sections like so, placing the Dyson. I feel like I sound like I'm on QVC right now. Placing the Dyson at the back of the hair, and that's it. Just the same thing all over again. This dance break is totally optional whilst using the Airwrap. Okay, this next part is something I shouldn't do. I don't advise any of you to do it, but I have to do it to blow dry my hair back forward. The reason I don't advise you to do it is because it damages your fringe. What I would advise you to do though is get a roller and roll your hair like that at the beginning, like whilst you're doing your makeup, but I never do it. So this part I need to change the Dyson head once more to my round brush. This is the larger size, and I just blow out my fringe slightly. When I dry my fringe section, I always make sure to only leave it on the heat setting for a few seconds, and I mainly use it on the cool setting for the front of my hair to stop my hair from breaking. So this is how my hair looks after using the Dyson. I personally don't like these curls, so at this point I like to brush it out. I feel like a lot of people think this is going to ruin the look of your hair, but in fact, for me, it makes it look so much better. The brush you can use is either the Dry and Go, that's what I'm going to be using, or the Detangling Brush from Tangle Teezer. And all you do is you just brush out the curls. It is as simple as that, but it makes the hair look a lot more relaxed and just so much better for a daytime look. So I brush out both sides like so, and I also brush it through the middle just to add a little bit of volume to it. Now once it's all brushed out, it looks a little bit like this. I then go back to my Olaplex No. 7 bonding oil. I use a really small amount of this, but I just apply it to the ends of my hair just to make sure it's not frizzy at all. And like I said at the beginning, this is a dry oil, so it just kind of makes your hair look shiny and leaves it looking healthy, basically. So that is my everyday hair care routine and how I create my bouncy blow dry at home. I definitely could have more products in my hair care routine, but I always prefer quality over quantity. And trust me, I have trialed and tested so many different hair products and different hair brands, but these are the ones that I swear by and love. Of course though, new products creep in and old ones creep out, but that happens quite rarely. But I hope me sharing any of my tips, tricks and knowledge on hair growth, hair care and all of the products I love and use will really help all of you guys out at home. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Everything I featured will be linked down below, and I will hopefully see you in my next one. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye bye.